we're here to open this meeting. We're here to set minimum bid requirements for the upcoming public auction that is set for September 7th at 1 o'clock. So we have a list in front of us of the items that are up for that auction. We need to formally adopt what we think is going to be the minimum bid that we want to accept. And then Commissioner Zimmerman, if we set that minimum and they don't meet it, then what are our options?
Our options are we can continue to sell it afterwards at the same amount. And
do we have the option of dropping the price later if it doesn't sell?
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right. So the first item on the list was a Friendship mobile home that apparently has some damage. I have not seen it other than from a distance.
I was in it briefly, but I didn't want to walk in because there was bug infested. I took pictures. I have to dig through my phone. There was slight water damage.
Yeah,
but it still is in pretty good shape, but it will have to have some repairs done for.
Yeah, what happened is that it was supposed to be winterized, and it didn't get winterized, and it froze, and so there's water damage. So that's the problem with it. It's unlivable right now.
Did you look at it too?
No.
You didn't go in?
I saw your pictures as well, and then I heard it was water damage, and we saw that.
Okay. Recommendation from the board. Somebody want to set a minimum bid on that mobile home?
I would say probably $5,000.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Once it's damaged like that, I don't know.
That's the problem.
It's not what we paid for it. It's what it's now worth as it's not been winterized and damaged last year. So would you make that in the form of a motion?
Or a motion to set the minimum bid for the 1994 Friendship mobile home for $5,000.
Are you interested in a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion? I'm afraid I don't know anything about this one, so. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So we'll set that at $5,000 and see if it sells. I understand it cost quite a bit more than that before it was damaged, so. Okay, number 2 on the list is a 2011 Dodge Durango. The VIN ending in 7, in 67. What do we know about that vehicle? Is that the one with the broken window?
There's one with the broken. I don't know which one has the broken window, but they have no back seats in them, and they're in pretty rough shape. I would say $1,500 per each vehicle. Or do you think that's?
John, do you know anything about those Durangos that were out there?
They're probably pretty well used up. Yeah.
Okay.
From what I understand. And normally they're anywhere from 5 to 8 is what you put on. Or used to be.
5,000 to 8,000.
100.
Oh, 100.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean no back seat. They've got high mileage. They're worn down.
I would say then more 500 minimum to start.
Okay. I
would
would
withdraw your motion.
Oh,
I haven't motioned it yet.
You didn't motion it. Okay.
Okay, I'll motion to 500 limit them.
I'll
Starting
second
bid.
that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
How about the second one? It's the same thing. 2011 Dodge Durango ending in 62.
Same thing.
I'll make the same motion. 500 on that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we'll sell that one. Okay, then we have an older Ford Taurus.
I think that's the same, kind of in the same boat.
It's an ex-law enforcement vehicle, right?
I think it's
No.
government. It was government, wasn't it?
It's a courtesy car at the airport that we inherited from I believe it's from the.
It's one of those ones Richard purchased. Along with a few things, yeah.
It has a real bad history of just quitting wherever it is. End of story.
Oh.
And then it starts up again, and the next person took it out, same thing, quit, so.
Maybe safe. Do we have to have a minimum bid on that one? They all required?
Well, we're not required to have a minimum bid on anything, but it sounds like it's a very unreliable vehicle.
Yeah, it's not real reliable. It hasn't.
I think I wouldn't even put a minimum.
And nobody seemed to know what was wrong with it and couldn't fix it, so.
Okay.
They hauled it up to Osborne and dumped it, so.
So no minimum bid?
I would suggest not putting a minimum.
So we're not going
Okay.
to set one on that
Yeah.
one.
No set. Okay.
Next item is a Grizzly lathe and accompanying tools. We have $2,500 into that, right?
Yep.
We've got $2,500 into it new with a warranty. Of course, now we're selling it slightly used with no warranty. So what is your thoughts on that?
Jeff, you have more experience on
I
that.
would say we give it about 1,600 at least as a minimum bid, because we still can get money out of it. I don't think it can, I think we can put it on. If it didn't sell, we can put it on and get that out of it.
Okay, I'll second that.
Okay, I'm going to abstain on this one because this is the only one where I know one of the bidders. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and I with one abstaining. So we'll set that at 1,600. Then we have a bridge, old bridge owner. What's that bridge worth on today's market?
So we looked into it. There was an interested party winter of last year who was interested in purchasing the bridge. I would like to see a $25,000 minimum bid on that bridge. And there has been some interest expressed to me today. Some people calling, asking to see the bridge. So I would feel comfortable with a $25,000 minimum bridge or minimum bid on that one.
Okay.
So moved. I'll move 25,000.
I'll second it.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so that's set at 25,000. Then we have a hangar, which we understand is the county has discussed that we would let somebody even buy it and tear it down, or it's going to need some major repair. The door is now sunk down to it. I guess it's in a trench. Won't function unless somebody cuts the doors off, takes the doors off and saws the bottoms off of them or something. So I believe the county has paid $5,000 for that hangar. We have advertised it that it's building only and they'd still have to lease the land. Okay,
I have a comment.
sure.
That hangar actually was condemned a couple of years ago because one of the doors, two, the power is from another hangar. How they did that, they ran it underground. It really structurally is not worth rebuilding, and if it was tore down, nobody can build there. FAA will not let them build there due to the fact that it's all going to have to be moved over eventually.
Well, I talked with the engineer in charge of the FAA grant, and his opinion was that the county did or did not have to accept that 30-year plan that would allow us to let people build there for the next 30 years, that was our option, that the FAA wouldn't prevent that, that it would be up to the county to accept whether or not we want to enforce that part of the 30-year plan. If we were going to go with the current 30-year plan that was proposed, then that what John has said, it would be very accurate. But that we did have the option to not, if we decided we didn't feel the need to expand the size of the airport. I mean, not the number of hangars, but the size of the runway.
I don't think they're going to expand the runway. It's the taxiway that needs to be expanded, and that's why they don't want hangars there. And if you talk to, I can't remember his name,
Trey?
Trey.
He'll tell you. You can ask him, but that's what I got.
That's who I talked to.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed to indicate that that was up to us, if we decided we wanted to accept that 30-year plan or not. The only interest I've had two people call in the last, since we advertised, and both asked about the possibility of tearing it down because it's a condemned building and they would like to build something else and have a 20-year lease, which would still fit within the 30-year plan, but it's up to you guys. That's all. That's the only item on this list that I have any background in because I did.
So what would the ground go for if we were to?
I don't know what the last county lease was at, and that's something we haven't discussed. Is current market value on
18 cents a square foot.
is 18 cents square foot is what the last lease went for. So we had a discussion once early on several months ago about reevaluating how much we thought we should charge.
Mm-hmm.
But if we just went by what they've been paying, it'd be 18 cents a square foot for the lot. Not the building itself, I guess, because the building would be coming down. But
So what would be the minimum bid on this one, do you think?
you're bidding someone to bid on it to tear it down. I'm still not sure why the county purchased it other than maybe it deteriorated after we bought it.
No, we had a problem with one of the former airplane hangar knot owners. It was a real nasty situation.
Oh,
He's the one that actually caused all the FAA rules and regulations and everything to come into play.
oh,
And if you're selling that, you're going to get a hell of a good price out of it because there's a lot of people want to build hangars.
Yeah.
You don't want to just give that away.
no.
5,000?
I think we should try and get our money
Yeah,
back.
at least
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start at 5.
I've heard from 2 people that, so hopefully they'll both bid. But
Okay.
If I can say one more thing.
sure,
The reason some of these people, well, you know, the new hangars are all built back because of what Trey said. But if a hangar owner has a hangar in the front, they're allowed to build the one in the back. It's not going to cost them. And there's no more money other than their lease property. So a lot of them decided that when time comes, they'll tear theirs down and build a new one in the back.
okay. Well, that's something the county. We need to. Make sure we're okay with the idea of it being torn down and rebuilt. Because that's what both buyers who contacted me
It's in such bad shape.
they decided it wasn't worth trying to rehab the building. It was beyond
Okay.
use. So, all right. So we need a motion for 5,000 for that.
Okay.
Motion the minimum be 5,000 on the hangar.
I'll second it.
In favor?
Aye.
Okay. Then we have a 2012 Dodge 3500 ambulance. I think this one still runs. This one does not run.
No, it has no motor. Well, the motor's blown in it, but
Oh.
we do have a minimum bid of 9,000. We've got a gentleman from Weaver Diesel that's interested in it.
For 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so would you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to set the minimum bid for the 2000 Dodge ambulance ending in 2079 VIN for 9,000.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's a 2012, right?
It's a 2012. Okay. Procedurally at the auction, we did not set these minimum bids ahead of time. We could have some sealed bids. I don't know that we have any yet. We'll open those bids up. And anyway, we will start the bidding at these new numbers. And if somebody has submitted a sealed bid for higher than these amounts, we'll start the bidding at their sealed bid and let the live auction go from there. So you think we'll have at least one bridge buyer maybe show up?
Yes.
It's encouraging.
I've spoken to 2 gentlemen today. One really wanted to confirm the information so that he did not miss the auction, or let him know to come early so that he could get registered and get a paddle if that was recommended. And then it would start promptly at 1 o'clock, so to come early. And then there was another one who wanted to make arrangements with our Smelterville supervisor to view the bridge. So there is some interest, and I've seen some interest on Facebook as well. a handful of people who may or may not be interested in the bridge.
Where's this one sitting? Up the
Down
canyon?
Gulch.
It's not the one at the airport.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, just a reminder for the public meeting part, because we're back up, right? Okay, we had a little shutdown there. The auction is set for Thursday, September 7th at 1 p.m. in the first floor lobby. Okay. Sale is open to the public. Anyone can bid to purchase property. You do have to show up ahead of time and get a paddle and register, and then they have to pay by cashier's check.
Cashier's check or
Cash.
cash is how we've done it. Yeah, not with the advertising.
Okay, that day by 4 o'clock, I think it is. Okay, that seemed to be causing some headache for some of the folks who don't bank in Wallace. But all right, this meeting is
Can I ask a question?
yes.
Regarding the sale of a mobile home down in Calder. It's currently located on a county property right now. I'm just wondering, is there some sort of a deadline? Are you going to set a date that must be moved off of the property by?
Would be a good idea.
There are no axles or wheels underneath that trailer.
That's right. That's the one you guys had to pay to get moved in, right?
And I'm just asking because it will
We
fall
can-
on the road department to get that lot cleaned up and tidied up before winter time comes. And so I just was hoping to see a deadline imposed on that of when it needed to be moved.
30
Okay.
days?
Yeah, I think that would be fair.
Would that give you enough weather?
It'll give us enough weather.
It puts you in the early October.
Yeah, we should be fine.
Okay.
Let's just make it legal then. I will motion that we sell the trailer for a minimum of $5,000 bid with understanding that there's no axles and they have to move it, and they have to move it by 30 days from the date of the auction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll second it.
Second.
I got
I'll
double-
second.
I got second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. So now we'll make sure we tell them there's no wheels in case there's people there buying this stuff sight unseen, which I can't imagine, but I don't think anybody's asked to see the trailer. So, all right. This meeting is adjourned. Thanks, John, for the background
Yeah, thank
info.
you.
Thank you, Jessica, for the background info. Let's build a bridge and sell it
Build a bridge and sell it.
instead of getting
Right.
over it. Do you have time?